sports fans. Talking Bears football once again with Mike DePill and Andrew Seidler. It's time to do a little recap of that St. Louis game and look ahead to Tampa coming next weekend. Boys, what do you think about that Rams game? Was that a sight for sore eyes, and did it alleviate all of your concerns?
I was happy. They won the game. They put up a lot of points. My thing is, I don't really think that Rex did anything that Greasy couldn't have done. Do you guys disagree with that?
No, not at all.
Yeah, I think he bought himself some time. Basically, I took from that game, I wish I had the over. I mean, that's when I looked up like, wow, that's a lot of points up there. Yeah, I don't think he was amazing.
I'll throw it at you this way. If Bernard Berrien doesn't take that slant to the house at the end of the first half, does he start the second half?
I would say he would.
Yeah, he did, because they're just looking for no mistakes, and technically he made no mistakes.
Yeah.
That's a low standard, but
true.
Close on that one forward pass fumble rule.
Yeah.
But otherwise...
And that's not really his fault. I mean, that was a big rush.
Yeah. But I think he's almost getting a free pass now, sort of like, wow, he had 116 quarterback rating. Let's move forward to the Tampa Bay game. I feel like my concerns about him not showing up for a playoff game entirely are still there.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, mine aren't gone at all. And I like Rex a lot, but my concerns aren't gone. The way that first half started was scary.
Yeah.
This week, you know what? Tampa Bay is one of the worst teams in football.
Yeah.
They're scoring about as many points per game as Thabo Cephaloshe is. So I don't see the Bears having much of a problem with Tampa. I think, they still got a little bit of defense, but Simeon Rice is injured. They lost Chris Sims. Beyond the fact that they sucked, even though they were a playoff team who won 11 games last year, injuries have ripped through that team. They're nothing. The Bears could beat them with, you at quarterback, buddy. I got to tell you.
I'm a good quarterback, though. I think that Bruce Gradkowski.
You know your checkdowns, right?
I turned down Toledo. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
You know what? This is a problem, I think, that the Bears have no one to play against right now. I think that they're going to go in the playoffs, and they're going to be a little untested, frankly, and that worries me.
That being said, Rex did get his share of, high-pressure situations down the stretch so far. Even if he has a little bit of a break these last 3 games, the fact that he's been getting so much shit and he's under so much scrutiny is probably going to make him a stronger quarterback for the playoffs, in my opinion.
But he hasn't responded, for the most part, very well.
He responded last week.
Yeah,
1 week against a pretty damn bad team in a dome.
I'll give you that. They suck. But it was a change in mentality. Whether the fucking snowflakes are flying or the sun is shining, he was taking the check down. He threw underneath. He threw to the tight end. He threw
That's
slant.
what impressed me. Right
he wasn't forcing the ball. It was his decision making and not a change in accuracy or mechanics that really stuck out. It was the fact that he finally took that mentality, hey, we're a great team in every facet of the game. As long as we check down, we're going to be okay here. And they were.
And that's what I like to see. But is that a guarantee that he's going to be able to do this for the next 3 weeks of the season into the playoffs?
Hell no. There are no guarantees, but it makes you feel a lot better.
A little better.
I feel a lot better.
I would still feel better with a guy who I knew maybe the ceiling on him isn't as high as Rex's, but the average production, what you can expect out of him, is a little bit more consistent.
But what you wanted to see is Greasy's decision-making, and Grossman displayed that last week. He showed you this.
Yeah,
that's what you're looking for.
He was better than he was against Minnesota or for the past month of November.
Hey, when a young quarterback puts his ego in the back pocket and plays like that, he shows you he'll go 13-23, and be safe. That's what you want to see, and that's what the Bears need. And I was happy to see. The performance I thought was better than the numbers even indicated for Rex.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Tampa's going to be a roll? You didn't see any problems there? You see any hiccups?
That's an awful team.
You, sir?
Yeah, I think Tampa will be a nice bye week, part 2.
So looking good for the Bears, not so good for the Bucs. For Mike and Andrew, I'm Mike saying go Bears. Let's get one step closer to home field advantage.